Right, that looks really good too. So my spacing I think is going to be nice. That'll work. Alright, I've reached a point here where these no longer match up. This wrench is 204 and the metric one is like 190. So I'm going to have to split them up into pairs and run them separately. Yeah, I can run these grooves here, but then my grooves are going to start being off a little bit. So I'm going to have to run them in pairs and come back to a known point and start over. There's something I probably should have been doing all along, using that backer board. And then you can avoid chip out like this. I don't know why I didn't wake up sooner, but that's on the inside. It's okay, it's wrenches. So this is the SAE ones. Let me show you how it looks here. So I can keep this tight, or I can spread it a little bit, and I think that I might just leave it like right about there. The one thing I did do was, these are a little deep, but right here I think I started increasing the depth of the blade to keep them relatively flush. I mean, they're not perfectly flush, but these are definitely inset deeper with each wrench from this one on up. So these are all the same depth, and this is deeper, progressively deeper. So that looks nice. I like that. I can cut this off when I get done with my other operation, and I'll do the metric, and we'll come back and take a look at both of them. There's the both of them side by side. So I'll cut them to length, then I'll mount them to a board, put a French cleat behind them, and that'll be a lot nicer to get to these wrenches. Alright, after I signed off last night, I was getting things kind of cleaned up and getting ready to do the next process with these wrench racks when I stumbled upon this. I had a 17mm wrench and I cut this to size, or to length I should say, and I'm missing a wrench. So scrap these two. I've got to make another pair. Alright, there's a lesson learned in getting it done right the first time. But every wrench has got a home now. I'm almost done here. I've got, yeah, that's good enough. A couple of the wrenches stick up a little proud, like that one right there. I may take a chisel and lower that one just a bit, which won't take much. Other than that, they look good. I'm going to put them on a backer board and then see about mounting them on a French cleat. I'm just going to use my old peg system here. I'll cut this in half, flush these up, and use that as my cleat, so I don't have to make a new one. Right out of that scrap of plywood I had, I was able to get 3 pieces that I could work with. So I took the worst piece and made a template, and it works well for both setups here. The difference being that the SAE set of wrenches needs to be cut shorter on the short end of the triangle. So that's how that one will look on there with that cut off. And then this set over here ends up flush, and you end up with about a 1-inch reveal on both sides here. So I'm happy with that. So what that allows me to do then is to cut both triangles at the same time, and then just make sure that this width is the same. I've got the length already determined, so that will come off of this one, but the top dimension will be the same for both, which is in this case the most critical dimension, so that you end up with some continuity there. Alright, let's take the clamps off here. This is a tight one. So is that one. Well, look at that. No, that one's okay. So this one I got it's a little snug, and I think yeah, it fits in both. Well, they're dropped in. I'm going to give this side a little bit more relief. I've got wiggle room over here. I can feel that. It's this side that's tight. So I'll do a little chisel work on the top side. This one is still setting up. This one here is pretty much good to go. I had another thought that maybe if you wanted to transport these, you could rig up a bungee cord to come across and you know, just drill 2 holes on the back side and hook your bungee across like that to keep them from shaking loose. So that might be an idea for you as well. All right, I rearranged my wall just a little bit here. I moved this. You can just see the bottom of it here. This level, I moved it up a little bit, and then my drill shelves I kind of kicked over a little. But my wrenches are stacked here now. A lot easier to get to, much more efficient to grab the one you need. And then, you know, if a spot is empty, you know that a wrench is missing somewhere. So I like this idea a lot better. It's much more efficient to grab the tool you need now and go to work. So that's going to be nice. The one thing I would do differently, I guess, if I had to do this over again, is that I may make this angle a little steeper. Right now mine is at 10 degrees. I might take that to 15 if you were to do your own, just to give you a little more angle down to keep them locked in. I mean, they're not falling out, that's pretty obvious, but a little more deterrent to them rattling out or falling out. I think they'll be fine, but anyway, that's a nice project. So thanks for watching.